Alrighty, well, welcome back, my wonderful Tome Raiders. Welcome for the first time, Tame SAS, from Elysian Legends. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, seeing as this seems to be your first time here, I do an art in Minecraft stream every other week, because it's one of the few ways I have to get myself back into art. I tempt myself with the promise of Minecraft on stream by doing an hour of art to start. Today in particular, I'm actually doing a little bit of work in, what's this, Inkscape, that's right, for prepping my next D&D campaign, because it's about a couple months out from the start of it. And I'm gonna try and make... Hey, Morgan! Yes, good to see you back here, too. But yeah, I'm trying to make a coat of arms type deal, and I'm gonna need to make a mirrored base on the front first here. So I'm going to make one half first, then mirror it. But yeah, Campaign 3 is going to be in space. It is set largely on... Oh, that's wrong. But wait, no, this is the right tool. Right, there we go. Yeah, it's set on a... Well, it's largely set upon a fleet of ships. The theme is very obvious in retrospect. When I first started planning this campaign, I didn't actually realize it. But the large theme is going to be refugees. The players already know how it's going to start, the introduction to it, because it's going to be about a semi-well-known, but more importantly beloved, location that has been set up in previous campaigns, currently on 2, being just absolutely destroyed in the middle of the Astral Sea. And they said they're okay with that, so we're going forward with that little plot detail. But because their characters will be there when it's destroyed, they're flung into space, far from home, no way of knowing how to get back, or even if they can get back. The recurring refugee theme will come into play. The second being, well, they're traveling with these refugees who picked them up, this massive fleet of ships established in the first campaign. It's a town that was transported into the Faewilde, adapted, and had been invaded by fascists, kind of like a new colonial system to start. Oh, I should do this for more room. But yeah, to represent the fleet itself, I want the backing shield of this to be kinda fish shaped. One, because a lot of the Spelljammer ships are kind of like based on kind of like natural looks. Some are like actual like reasonable ship vessels. Others are more natural, look like fish, sharks. I think there's a turtle, but that's probably a third-party content thing. Oh shoot, I went to the wrong thing. Well, that would explain why you guys can't actually see the shield I'm messing with. That's for later, and also for the backing music. Thank you for letting me know, Morgan. I don't know how I missed that on the little OBS preview. But yeah, I'm trying to, like, shape this so it's kind of, like, semi-legible as, like, a fish type thing. Because there are a few heraldry flags where the coat, this segment's called, kind of has like a fishy shape to it. Here's one of them, which is kind of there. Maybe I'm just not feeling it. But we'll leave that as just number 1. Then I'll duplicate it. Oh, didn't mean to duplicate that. I just want to duplicate this shape. There we go. Which we'll just call 2 for now. And we'll make this one different. Thankfully, there's roughly the same amount of points, so I won't have to, like, add or subtract too many of these. The second one I saw, here it is. It's a bit more shallow here at the top, and I should make that corner to fix it. There we go. Get like that, and then this point here, more rounded. This. Not so much, but it's kind of looks like a flounder. this one. Currently doing... Ooh. Tommy is currently, I assume, making an Austrian countryside during 1945. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what I'm doing is... yeah, this is the first Minecraft to be. The joke of my Minecraft world is that my character, my streaming avatar Lucy here, was isekai'd into it via a very violent truck-kun incident, which is fun. So I'm kind of like revamping a village, doing trial ruin stuff. It's very fun, very tongue-in-cheek. I don't mess with a creative mode on stream, but I'm not afraid to off stream take materials from that and build it by hand. Because I like the threat of a creeper coming along destroying something, and then you having to remake it. Sometimes some great ideas come from... Oh, messed that up. Some great ideas come from something being destroyed, and it's like, oh man, well wait a second, I can redo it better now. Okay. Very gross misunderstanding of the truck that isekai's people. Got it. I'll have to go back and... I know there's a way to change what auto spells things into. It's mostly the remembering. But yeah. It's a fun series that lets me be creative with Minecraft without going full on just creative mode making shit. Because that gets dull after time. That's good for the second one. There was a third. Where's the third one? Ah, there it is. And we're just going to copy number 1 again, because it's a little less involved than 2. Let's see, for Tommy, so if your Minecraft is you're a Yugoslav immigrant who joined the French Foreign Legion. Very strong start there. Shit, can't do that very good. Later switched to the British SAS, leading to fighting in Austria during 45. Which I'm not fully up to snuff on history, being least favorite subject in school. But it is nice having stories to build off of. I say quite a lot on my channel, actually, that everyone has a story inside them, and I just love to hear some very just absolute bonkers ones, just to see, like, the what-ifs that come from it. I think... This is coming out weird. Okay, I think I need to do like that, just to keep it straight there. I do have a Discord. I've been a little hesitant to let first-time chatters in, just because I've had to take out some bots. Thankfully, they didn't do more than the attempt to scam people in DMs, but considering, you know, the fascist government we live under right now, it makes me even more hesitant to just out of nowhere. But if you're still having a good time towards the end of this Discord, I mean, we're both in the Elysian one, and feel free to send a DM there, and I'll send the direct link. Oh wait, yeah, I have a... No, I know you're in the Elysian. I have my own. I'm just hesitant to, you know, put the link on stream. I'll send it after stream ends, just because I have to close Discord to make sure my computer's up to snuff of... What is chat scrolling to? Sorry. Morgan was trying to tell me about how Truckun was misspelled or something. And, yeah, DM me, because we're both on there, and I'll send it at the end of this. Where's... There it is. And, I see. I'm gonna have to make a physical note of that because I will forget. That is definitely not a particular under-the-radar slur I want to have pop up on stream. see, CC correct. Okay. Should be too bad. But yeah, where was I? Right. Replicating this one. And soft curve like that. And this becomes a harsh line here. Actually, that was mostly straight line as well, so we can straighten that out to start. Oh shit. Yeah, just trying to get a decent base done. Oh. Yeah, this particular shield shape made me think of what is it, angelfish, I think. So I'm having it included in the possible backgrounds. Actually, I think I just need to do top line to there. Perfect, that looks better. Alright. I'll make base copy version of that layer before I start doing the duplicate, flip, drag over. Okay, now if I just combine these two, it keeps the one in the middle. Okay. Maybe I did not have it moved over enough. Let's try this. There we go. Okay. We'll need to fix this, but that shouldn't be too bad. I just go highlight all those with the scroll wheel, do that. Ah, damn it. Okay, that didn't work out. How about make new points there, then delete these. Okay, perfect. That only affects it a little bit, so it should still be more or less mirrored. That's the bases. Yeah, now that I've got zoomed out, the words here, salvaged by the Driftwood Exodus, is the title I think I'm going to keep for this third campaign. The first two were a bit more basic. It was like Modern Age of Magic was the first one. The one after that, the current one that is starting to wrap up. Where's the flip? There it is. The current one. Oh shit, what is the current one? Gonna have to open this real quick to go to 20. Alright, New Age of Heroes. The difference between those two campaigns is that New Age of Heroes is actually right after the, well, what is called the event. It's right after Magic came back to the modern setting that it is. Which is very fun, if my players are to be believed. Just having the modern world, everything being the same to 2016, after which magic and gods and monsters returned to the world, causing so many problems. Oh yes. I mean, it's just so similar to the first one, I had to go, it's like, okay, I know it's not a complete rehash, but it's a bit of a rehash. But yeah, I didn't feel like it was standout enough, so I mixed it up for this third one. So calling them the salvaged by the Driftwood Exodus, gives a bit more personality to the party themselves. It also, a pseudo-slur word, them being called the Salvaged by some of the other people of the fleet who maybe didn't want more mouths to feed with their limited resources. Helps give some more to the party. This will be the first campaign where I've given them all the really big details up front, because it's not gonna actually affect how they make their characters. Their characters don't know they're going to be flung into space, so there's really no reason for them to have details or skills. it's missing. It's absolutely fine for them to be lacking it, in fact. Oh no, I accidentally got that. God damn it. I have to unselect all of them. Okay. But yeah, in fact, all the angst that involves their characters can come from just their old lives, their old goals just being completely inaccessible now. They don't have to have an angsty backstory about cultist parents having tried to sacrifice them or a failed genius. But yeah, it's a very interesting campaign. Like, even with the fact, like, it is canon in my setting that every so often, if things going like real shitty, the magic system just resets itself. Everything changes, and people have to start over from square one. So being just kind of like flung into the astral sea, laid adrift until they are found and revived, can just absolutely be a reason for a great archmage who has so many achievements to their name has been reset. They're knocked back down to a level 2 wizard having to figure shit out. Oh, I appreciate that, Tommy. We try our best to be very accepting and kind here. Somebody has to. In fact, multiple someones have to, because the world does not get better unless people actively try to make it so. Yeah, these are actually some rough choices, because I'm still getting the, like, fishy vibe for all of them. This feels more regal. Like, this is what the fleet themselves would have chosen for themselves. But it doesn't feel right for the, like, theme of the campaign. I'm thinking I'll go with this one. Kind of like the flounder, if I remember correctly, is like the fish that just flattens itself along the ground and just gets unsuspecting other fish to come too close. Might end it later, but I think this is a good one to build off of for the stream, considering I've only got another 40 minutes for this before we go to the much funner Minecraft. Okay, we need a new one. We'll just call this elements, because I'm blanking on the actual term. Antler. Come on, in that layer. There we go. Oh wait, because I need to make this in. That's right. I think for this one we'll freehand it, which means I need this tool. Let's see, I have it just kind of like gentle curving like this to antler like that. It's not going to be perfect yet, but we'll get the general shape here. Going into this. That's not going to mess with it, so I'll have to really mess with that curve. Yeah, still trying to figure out how all the tools work for this, because I'm stubborn and I refuse to find like online lesson things like, here's how you do this and that. Okay. First, copy this name, rename this path, move it out. Okay. So if there's one thing I'm sure about for this program, is that I'm not using it correctly. But yeah, the main element of it is going to be an antler made of driftwood. Because antlers in heraldry represent strength and constitution, and having it made of a weathered piece of wood that's just been left adrift in the ocean feels like a good symbol for refugees who are having their culture erased by the lack of ability to practice their things. They're being smoothed out and made more palatable by the groups they have to visit for help, which some will do because they're good people, and others will begrudgingly do via overcharging or expecting them to behave a particular way. Which is going into the theme that's going to be recurring for my players of just Poor treatment for people who are already not having a great time of things, but have little choice because they're dependent on sometimes the charity of others, sometimes basic kindness that is not there. I've asked on a few of the discords I'm part of and that I know and trust people for what's the term I use, like anthology stories or short stories that delve into that topic, because I grew up, I was being raised as a white boy. There's not a whole lot of discrimination I have faced that was legitimately because of who I was. I once worked a plumbing job that when there wasn't enough plumbing work to do, because I was just an apprentice, I would assist with the irrigation jobs, sprinkler systems and what have you. And I got a real tan. And I faced discrimination from people who thought, I was a Mexican laborer here stealing good jobs from American citizens for her. Just because I learned enough Spanish to speak with, my coworkers. Which is just a decent thing to do. Which, there's some amount of joy being able to tell dudes, like, I was fucking born here, man. Just because I, care about my coworkers doesn't mean your language is more important. Which, they couldn't do much about. Except, just be angry that I'm right, that they were assholes. But it's not really discrimination against me. They made an assumption about me that was very, very wrong. But that's not the same as people who are just systematically oppressed. It's like, even now, trans as I may be, I'm not public about that. Because I don't know every stranger. I don't think they deserve to know exactly who I am. And that's actually a bit high on this antler. But yeah, they don't deserve to know who I am as a person. So I've never been comfortable just fully being who I am in public. And now there's an administration who's actively gunning for the people I care about. So there's even less reason to be, like, out and open about who I am. Which sucks, but it helps keep my loved ones safe. Because I can be a place of refuge for them. A few of my friends who are out and were able to be proud of that, well, they can't put that particular cat back in the bag with this administration. There are already people they know and love who know who they are. And all it takes is one person saying the wrong thing to a ICE to get wrongfully sent off to a South American prison nowadays. Fuck, a judge who was pretty much telling Trump's people to knock it the fuck off got arrested. Which, actively going after the arbitrators? The people who dish out justice in society. Not a great sign for a democracy right now. Yeah, and I think that's enough. We can at least get this antler to a nicer color. Got the shape. We'll do kind of like a pale brown, like that. And other layers with textures will make it a bit more driftwood. Right now we're just getting general shape, which I was planning. Right. We need to bring these points in. Oh, shit, not that one. There. Like this. There's a trick I figured out on other art pieces about layering like this for the outline. Well, actually, I can do that now. Yes, perfect. I got that layered correctly. The stroke is a bit thick. Let's reduce it to 2. Move it. Where's the behind? Nope, that is behind. Okay, then thinner than that. Let's 1.5. There we go. We'll do this kind of fresh outline. It'll change to something more. What did I decide? Silver? Yeah, silver for the like line art moments. But right now we need something just to make it stand out from the background a little better while I fiddle with this particular line. Okay. Okay, if I do this, that, okay. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, pretty much what I do is I make these other points over that one's really coming out. Make them come out like this. Then to give that line effect. Man, what is really screwing with it? One sec. There we go. Turn this into a straight line. Perfect. Make another point here. Just in case this doesn't work. Ah, good. There we go. We can safely get rid of that one so it's smooth again. Then do that and we can adjust the thickness. There we go. And that creates the illusion of depth without doing multiple layers and figuring out how to cover up part of the outline, but not all of it. We do still need to do a bit here. There we go. That way it kind of follows this curve here. And I'm getting too focused on those details. I need to stop that. So what I need to do is another point here, and a third one kind of jutting out like this. Down here. Excuse me one second. Sorry, I thought I felt the tickle of a sneeze. Do see, I have it kind of falling up in a another smaller spike like this. Yeah, we do that. So here's the fun thing. When you combine things, the bottommost layer keeps its style. Okay, that's good. Though, ooh. I just noticed that is style of corners. Where do I... We'll do the rounded one. Okay, we do this. Oh, guess I should also do one. Not there. We'll do there. Yeah. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Got to make that a corner, or it'll screw things up. God dang it. Curve in a bit, move those like so. Still take some refining. Bring it back like this. What's this point? Ah, it's that one. Okay. Do that, and then... There. Nope, come on. Leave the wrong one. There. Oh. Again, I'm getting caught up in the little detail. I love little details so much. But it's not what I need to do right now. Okay. Do the last little hook here, which we can actually get away with doing a separate layer. So... oh wait, wrong tool again. This one I have to start about here. Then there. We knock it down a layer like that. Just gonna call it back spike for now. And then for colors, we just come here and color pick. Oh, it's actually keeping the same. Perfect. Just need to go in here, get those fixed. I believe it was 1 point. Oh, sorry, I thought I was adjusting this tool. There. This element, I think a bit more like that. Actually, because it's in the back, this should be thinner, huh? There we go. That's good. Still needs some shaping on here, but we've got the general antler shape. I want to at least get the basics of everything done. And the only other element other than this antler-shaped driftwood is going to be a series of stars. And that is because not only are they starships, ha 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 ha, oh, it's going to the wrong layer, that's why. Not only are they starships going through shape, it'll also represent like a school of fish because of how this is, as well as the fleet itself being made up of numerous people. Oh, too far. Yeah, I don't want it ballooning out. I want it to be... wait, I think if I adjust... not that one. I know there's a way to adjust the amount of curve, but I don't know if I'm using the right tool. Oh, wait. Aha, there we go. I like this particular shape of star. It feels nice to me. We'll do that. And it's just going to be multiple of these elements. We're just going to call... let's see, I have my biggest one here in my rough draft, but I think I'm going to change it so the biggest one is right here. First we make a bunch of duplicates. My default is always to make 5. 5 or 2. My favorite numbers. But because there's something missing, we're going to go with 4 and leave this obvious gap for perhaps a just an outline here, but no fill. Stroke paint should be that, and reduce it to 0.8, as well as some blur. Blur and opaque, yeah, something like that. This is still a maybe, but I think it'd be a nice representation that they have lost something. They've lost their home, family, culture, and a memory to carry with the ship. These other ones, let's see. Faewilde will go here. This is going to be the biggest one, like that. This will need to be a bit smaller for the space. Make this one a bit bigger, and then this will be the smallest. There you go, that's just going to be placeholders. I'll do a resize over them once I've got one particular style. Thing is, I think I'm gonna have to cut these up just for the gradient I want on them. Let's see. Where's the big one? Make this top. That one moved layer there. Perfect, okay. So to show it on here, I'm gonna make another duplicate, change to gray and resize it. There we go. So how would best represent it? Because this back one is going to be the kind of silver outliner I'll have on all of them. Or actually no, because I can do that with the stroke that goes around it. Okay, so we'll make another custom shape. So we know that's the center. Oh. We're just going to do that. If it's not perfect, it's good enough for our purposes. Cut it like so. Actually, good enough. To cut away that. And just as a test, we'll duplicate this one and rotate it. Oh, wait, there you go. That's actually not bad. Okay. Make this one white and adjust. No, we don't need that. There we go. Oh. Okay, why is this not there? Straight line, that. Not sure why Inkscape cut it like that, but at least it's an easy fix. There. Alright, now I'll show you the gradient I want to do with it. Just kind of like represent the different facets. This one will have the out color be, there we go. Wait, wrong one. I want the gradient one to be, there we go. Then we expand this out enough that it shows outline perfect. Then with this other layer, we choose the same gradient. Oh wait, sorry. That, no, it's, no, I'm copying that one specific, oh wait, it's that one, that's right. But we flip it. Go. Actually, what's the opacity? Oh, actually, I can do it from in here. Opacity on here is 0. So we'll turn that up to the highest. Turn the white down to the lowest. It's not perfect, but the way the colors are different will help showcase it. Well, this also has the issue of that. Okay. Must be from how the shape was formed that did that. trying to get a gem-like vibe to this, which will require background, it looks like. Oh, it's not letting me change it for both. Okay. I need to make a... There, it's group them. We'll just call it the shine. So we can mess with the opacity. Lighten screen. Color dodge is promising. Ooh, that is nice and subtle, but it does remove the difference in the gradients. Luminosity. Well, luminosity is pretty close to what I'm going for. We'll leave it as normal for now. Yeah, that's the rough idea of it. I want it to be more clear, the shading is. Because right now, the way it is, it kind of looks more rounded than faceted up this way as well. Maybe... Okay, I think I know how to do this. We're going to have to... Okay, I think I got it. Okay. We're going to duplicate this one. Duplicate this one gradient. Just call it A. Because you see, when we combine it, it did not do the thing. What? Oh, wait, maybe it's because in that folder still? Nope. Oh, wait, select both. That's strange. It usually... I might have forgotten a key thing that I wanted to actually happen here. What if I combine them like this? Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to happen. So what if instead of doing that... duplicate nope, not that one. Then fix these. Gosh, probably an easy way to do this. I'm just not doing it. Be mostly where the middle is. Okay. times like this, I really wish I actually knew how I did this. Oh, I'm choosing the wrong layer, that's why. Right? No? What's going on? It's not moving anything. Alright, let's just move these all to the corners. Maybe this will fix something. Oh. God dang it. Nope. Sometimes it just creates the strangest shapes. I don't understand why. Okay, so this looks like this one. Then we correct this to here. That one's good. Alright, now maybe... Nope, still have some weird overlaps. Annoying. Anyway, I thought I had an idea. Right, I was going to... duplicate these to make a, what's it called? Not a filter, a mask, that's it. Mask one. Wait, what happened to this one? Why is that so oversized? What? What's the simplify shape? God, I know there's a thing for simplify shape. Fuck if I can remember things I rarely use. Control L. It's still showing up this big. What is going on? Oh well. Get this. Mask 2. What we're going to do is turn them both. Oh, Lord. I think I see some of what has happened. We're just gonna... that, let's see. That happened. That's some of what's screwing it up. Okay. Make it very see-through so I can actually line up things. First is we're going to select everything straight. There we go. Oh, just this one. This to here. This to here. This to here. That's good. There's that. And remove the stroke. Alright, we fixed whatever that was. Okay, there it is. Basically, what we're going to do is turn both of these into mundane colors again, and then we're going to cut them in half. Which will mean this, doing that. Both these we will combine. Make slightly opaque. Oh, come on. Let me swap to the right tool. There we go. Trying to make sure this is parallel up and down, but it's not. We'll settle for properly cutting through the point there. Do it like that. Then we make another one. There it is, rotate like this. Put there. Okay. Oh wait, wrong one. Just make sure I'm labeling them correctly. Okay, cutaway 2. Need to put these back to full opacity because that might mess with it. Cutaway 2, mask 2. We do a minus instead of a plus. And mask 1, minus. Okay. So we do this, then we combine them so we have a single masking layer. Then we need to group these together for the proof of concept. Shine. Oh, hey, not shine. I accidentally did a sheen. There we go. Shine A. We duplicate this. Shine B. Now we'll have a before and after. We do a set the mask. That did not work. Thankfully, we can release mask. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think the color needs to be white to properly mask, and actually it's a good thing we did that. 'Cause it's not doing that correctly. You know, most of it being correct. Best kind of correct. Okay, now let's try again. Set the mask. There we go. That's the effect I was trying to get. Perfect. Okay. Now I want these other ones to be the inverse. So let's release the mask again. I need to duplicate. Make the original. Oh, wrong tool, that's why. Flip like this, which shows yet again more details that need to be adjusted ever so slightly. Lots so slightly, actually. So we'll undo that and rotate. Nope, wrong layer. Wrong layer being rotated. Okay. God dang it. Again, it has multiple points where there shouldn't be. Select everything, straight line, okay. Shit. There. Alright, with shine A there, shine B, which we're just going to go in here and turn to the other one. Boom, boom. And set mask. So theoretically, okay, come in here. God. Realign all these. Because I'm 82, probably should have figured out an easier way to do this. Ugh. Okay. Nope, simplifying shape is not doing shit. So, which is the program telling me there's no simplifying this bullshit. What's that one? Which one is this? Ugh. You know what? We won't worry about it, because this is still rough draft zone. There we go. Slightly different gradients. That need a lot of work. But this is largely what I want each of the stars to be. Perhaps more in a... I'm actually not sure what kind of gemstone I should do, because I'm sure there's meaning to them. Just don't know off the top of my head, and I didn't think to research. But to get away from my own head, we have finished the first hour of art. So we'll go ahead and save it like this. Let me set up a timer, so people need to take a break before 3 hours of Minecraft. Just need to go to here. There we go. Alright. And for those of you who watch the YouTube VODs, because all you want is the art or just the Minecraft, we'll go ahead and end it here. And for y'all, I hope you guys are eating enough, drinking enough, getting enough sleep. Take care of your bodies so they can take care of you. This first hour recording is done.